What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about the crypto market and reserve rights. I was asked about this in a fairly recent video in one of the comments sections, so I thought I'd talk about reserve rights token because it's a good project. It's one that's actually oddly sort of dropped down the pecking order in the top 100, but we do see those fluctuations, particularly during a bull cycle, and it'll probably have another run. But before I do, as always, I update my spreadsheet. These are the first 26 coins I've spoken about on the channel that I thought would crush it in this bull cycle. Had you invested $100 into each one when I released the videos and you were still holding the bags, you'd be in profit for 84 grand. 84 grand from a $2,600 investment. So add that back in, you'd be sitting on $86,600. I've held all of them at one point or another and closed positions on nearly all of them in profit. Just never bloody grin. And reinvested all that money into new cryptos. If you want to see the cryptos I'm in, check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share my portfolio, the one I've built to maximize gains during this bull cycle. My portfolio keeps outperforming the market week in and week out. My biggest holdings are set to explode in terms of gains. And I've said this before, I'll say it again, the bull cycle is going to be great for a lot of people, particularly if you're banking profit along the way. And that is important because the bear cycle is where the money is made. Phantom found it in a bear cycle. 585 times up in value. So 2K, you're a millionaire. Right? So you want to have more money to invest during the bear cycle. All I spend my time doing during a bear cycle is finding the gems that are undervalued. And the beauty of a bear cycle is everything's undervalued. So it's just find the things that are the most undervalued. That's all I spend my time doing. So if you want to be a part of that, check out Copy My Crypto. Right, let's have a look at the market before I get into reserve rights. So we're going to see a green day. I'm really pleased. Every Friday, for the last 6 months, the last Friday of every month, I think, has sucked. And the market's been red. And it's been red for obvious bloody reasons, you know, with contracts and everything that expire, causes the price suppression. We've seen this, but we're actually seeing just October's been a really nice month for crypto investors. The Ethereum, as an example, just broke its new all-time high today. I'm not sure if Solana has, but it can't be far off at this point. Yeah, the market's just looking really bloody strong. And obviously that can turn very fast, but it looks like the last Friday of October is going to be a really positive day. It's holding strong above 62k. So it's really nice to see. So this weekend, I'd expect some moves. Expect some moves in the market. I think we'll be seeing some interesting volatility with some of the biggest projects in the game. So keep your eyes out for the market this weekend. Okay, reserve rights. So if you're unfamiliar with reserve rights, this token is RSR. So reserve rights have a dual token model, right? One is a reserve rights token, which is RSR, and the other one is reserve stablecoin. So reserve stablecoin is pegged by a basket of assets managed by smart contracts. The reserve right token, the RSR token, is used to keep the reserve stablecoin at its $1 price target through a system of arbitrage. So this means that the RSR token is subject to much more volatility because its whole purpose is to bring stability to the stable coin, right? The RSR is also used in governance, in voting on governance protocols and helping shape the reserve rights ecosystem. Now, it wasn't that long ago, genuinely. They've changed their homepage a bit. Okay, not looking at this in a minute. Yeah, they have. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going through that. So, right. previously in this year, it actually broke through to about 12 cents. I think it was 11 cents this year. And it was pretty much throughout the last, I'd say, year, solidly a top 100 coin. So it has fallen out of that circulation for now. So it ranked 140th right now. There's always been a lot of talk about, and I remember seeing this last year, the reserve rights could hit $1. And feasibly it could. It absolutely could, because it's a 13 billion circulating supply. So $1 is a 13 billion market cap. That's very achievable in a bull cycle where we're expecting Bitcoin to very possibly have a 1.8 trillion, Ethereum to break that very possibly. We're going to see many coins with tens of billions of dollars of market cap. So that is a very reasonable thing to say, and I'm not knocking that at all. We look like we're quite a way away from that. I'd be surprised to hit that now, because we'd be looking at effectively, 26 times gain. Yeah, from where we are right now, which is a big ask. So maybe this year, no. So there's a fixed supply of 100 billion tokens. Out of this, less than 10% are currently in circulation as of October. So now, obviously, it's 13.1%. Maximum total supply has already been pre-mined, but a large proportion is locked for various reasons, including 55.75% of the supply locked in a smart contract known as the Slow Wallet. Funds from this wallet are released following a 1-month delay, with a public on-chain message from the reserve team explaining the purpose of the withdrawal. Now, that's never something I'm a huge fan of, is seeing that level of token supply being owned by a team, or being in the wallet of one team. That is a lot. Now, they have also said that the max supply can change, or the fixed supply can change, although I don't think it will. So reserve rights is on Ethereum's blockchain. As a result, it is secured against attacks by a robust proof of work consensus mechanism backed by a network of thousands of Ethereum miners. Obviously, that will not be true for much longer, because Ethereum is obviously transitioning to Ethereum 2.0. So the mining situation will change. So reserve rights will not necessarily then be as secured. So something to bear in mind. Might be more susceptible to hacks, although I still think it'll be fine. Now, as I've said, reserve rights, I was actually early last year really bullish on. Coinbase Ventures portfolio, Arrington XRP Capital, and DCG portfolio are the three biggest investors within, or three of the biggest holders of reserve rights tokens, or early investors. And they've got a history of success, and you've got to accept that. Like, if you've got a history of success, you've got to acknowledge that there's probably a reason that these guys are in. Now, current investors are far larger than previously now. So you've got Coinbase, but you've got Sam Altman, who's president of Y Combinator. You've got Peter Thiel, who's co-founder of PayPal. So he's a co-founder of PayPal, and he is in reserve rights. Crypto Lotus is a crypto hedge fund. Refactor Capital, you've got Jack Selby, another founding member of PayPal. Matt Brymer is a co-founder of General Assembly. You've got some pretty big hitters in terms of people that are down for investing in reserve rights. I still think this year $1 is a stretch, but it could happen. But it's 26x, so you've got to bear that in mind. And there's going to be coins that do 26x's. There's going to be coins that do 30x's in this cycle. So it depends on momentum. right? The one thing I will say right now, and certainly in the past, what, 5 months that we're in now, it's not really generated tons of momentum. It did pretty well for a period in August and then retraced. So it's going to have to build back that momentum, but there is potential. There's certainly potential. But it depends again on the swings and the trends of the time. At the moment, there are meme coins are trending for sure, and DeFi has not really had that second wave that we've been waiting for. So I still think that's to come. And reserve rights has a real place within DeFi. So I do think reserve will run when DeFi coins run. I also think reserve will probably run pretty well as Ethereum starts running more and more and more. Audited by Certix, that's always a big tick for me. I like Certic. Yeah. So biggest issue, like I say, building up that momentum again. Volume, I mean, daily volume's still not bad. It's all-time high daily volume is about 500 million. So it's about a tenth of that right now. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's definitely got a shot. Because if we look here, when the price was around 2.7 cents, trading volume was 26, so we've got double the trading volume now, just not double the price, so the price has to catch up. Yeah, I think, yeah, okay. It's got an outside squeak, that's what I'll say. Outside squeak of a dollar a coin in this cycle. But again, there needs to be the DeFi trending for this to go wild. And there needs to be some additional partnerships and some big news really coming out about what reserve rights are doing. Because there hasn't been much. Not in recent history, anyway. And that does matter. Because fundamentally, when you're looking at a project, you want it to be building momentum. Look at Phantom as an example, but there's always news about Phantom. There's new partnerships, there's new developments, and the price is appreciated as a result of so much of the news about Phantom. So you do need the same sort of the same sort of principles apply to other cryptos. So that's what's needed here. And right now, I'm not seeing tons, or certainly they're not making it known. And that's the problem, Because I want to, like I say, I always thought this was good, but creating and educating for a digital democracy. Yeah, see, this is the medium, and none of it's about partnerships on news. So there's the problem. So if we're starting news about partnerships, news about developments, news about reserve being utilized within other DeFi applications, then I'd say yes, it'll hit $1, but otherwise no. It's a very outside, like a squeak of a chance. So, but again, this is one where there's huge backers. So you can't argue they've got a good history in terms of investments. So you've got to keep your eye on it just on that basis. They've got a history of success. You have to accept that history of success tends to mean that they've got at least knowledge of why, at least knowledge enough to have made those investments in the first place. But yeah. So there's my perspective. Anyway, that's it from me. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're let's hope for a bloody good green weekend, eh? Friday night. It's Friday night. I'm gonna have a curry and I'm gonna look at some charts and I'm gonna see green. That's all I want. That's all I want for my Friday night. And if you're new to crypto, check out Copy My Cryptos, where I share my live portfolio, the one I've built to maximize gains during this bull cycle, the one that's outperforming the market week in and week out. If you want to make these gains during the bull cycle, check it out. And I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. If you're banking money along the way, you're going to make money in this bull cycle. Make money in the bull cycle. It's important because you need that to make the life-changing money in the bear cycle. And that's what the bear cycle is. It's that life-changing opportunity where you find your coins that do 500x, 600x. You might find a few of them here and there during a bull cycle out of luck. When you're seeing a trending thing, like you might find them. But during the bear cycle, you've got the chances. That's all I will be doing. So if you want to be a part of it, check it out. That's it from me. Hope you all enjoy your evening. Bye-bye.